All right. Feels like I just saw y'all. We back for game two of the against the Houston Cougars. So once again, we take a look at these two teams and how they got here. Obviously, I went through Duke last time, and yeah, they've been on one hell of a run lately. But I haven't really talked about Houston. They're flying really, I guess not really under the radar, but they're lurking. And man, if we end up getting Houston versus Florida in the national championship somehow, that would have the makings for a game that nobody would think would be good, but then it turns into, as they say, a banger. Right? Of course, everyone wants to see Duke in the national championship because of Cooper Flag. Cooper Flag is far and away labeled as the best player in college basketball, and he's probably going to be a top 3 pick, most likely number 1 overall pick. For some reason, decides not to take him, which would be absolutely dumb on their end. But you never know with a lot of these teams these days. You don't know what they're thinking a lot of times. So let's get the microphone situated. There we go. All right. Now my voice is going into the right spot. It's not going into my computer, but into my microphone. All right. Starting off with the Houston Cougars. Of course, we already know about Duke. We know who they have. We know what's coming up next year. They haven't been active in the portal yet, but they will be. And I talked briefly about them in my last stream. But let's Houston, right? So they come in at 34-4. And again, they started off losing to Auburn early on in the season. And then they lost to Alabama a few games later. Then they lost to San Diego State by 3. Huh? But then they wouldn't lose again until they lost to Texas Tech by 1 freaking point. Now, you look at their tournament run, starting with the Big 12 tournament. They ran through that thing like nothing at all. Easy peasy. Then they got to the NCAA tournament. They really haven't been faced with much adversity for the most part. They beat the hell out of SIU Edwardsville. Then they smoked Gonzaga. Man, that's tough. They barely beat Purdue by 2 points. And then they took it to Tennessee 69-50. Look at them. Kelvin Sampson versus John Shire. Massive age gap. 3rd largest age gap among Final Four coaching opponents. Of course, Kelvin, 20 tournament appearances. John Shire, 3. And then this is Shire's first Final Four, while this is Kelvin Sampson's 3rd. Now, real quick, I think I actually did go over Houston. I talked about how Houston and Duke have the top 2 recruiting classes going into next year. And you could see these two teams being right back in this spot a year from now. But again, we'll see how other teams adapt, and we'll see who leaves via the portal and who goes in the draft. Now, let's take a look at the roster for Houston, because I've already talked about Duke. I don't need to talk about them again. Houston have anybody that we need to keep an eye on? Well, Terrence Arsenault, okay. LJ Cryer is probably the most obvious name. Chase McCarty, Jacob McFarland, Jawan Roberts, Milos Uzan, Ramon Walker, Malik Wilson. Yeah, obviously their main guy is LJ Cryer. Yeah, senior out of Katy, Texas. Played at Baylor before this. Not for any degenerates who bet on games, because I didn't do the last game. Houston is 4.5-point underdogs, as you'd expect. Total over under 137.5. And the money line for Duke is minus 250. For Houston is plus 205. And of course, these last two teams have ran through their last 5 opponents, mainly being tournament opponents. So it's time for the introductions. Deshaun Watson's next stop is UFL. Yeah, okay, we'll see. Sup, Daniel says, go Duke. All right, so last game he was talking about the Tigers, and they lost. Does this mean what I think it means? Duke gonna lose? So here's the Houston Cougars starting lineup. Wow. All right, so it should be a fun game, and hopefully it's as good as the last one. And of course, I start streaming, and my dogs just immediately start flipping the hell out. That's the one thing about dogs, man. They need something, they start freaking out. They sense any little disturbance in the forest, they start freaking out. They start making noises, and then they start barking at random stuff. Their senses are crazy. All right. So Joseph Tugler, starting 5 for Houston. Juan Roberts, grad student. Wow. Oh, sick. Houston's wearing their black unis. That's cool. Here's LJ Cryer, arguably their best player. Milos Uzan. Milos Uzan, number 7. Emmanuel Sharp. Hell yeah. We already know about Duke, though. Yep. Duke making their first Final Four appearance under Coach Shire. They made countless Final Fours under Coach K. Of course, they got arguably the best player in the nation in Cooper Flag. And you also got a good supporting cast, too, around him. Knupel, Proctor, Malawak. Yeah. Really, really good supporting cast. All right. But yeah, the winner of this game faces off against the Florida Gators in the national championship on Monday. And you know your butt, I'll be live for that. Yep, Hooper Flag. And what's crazy is if Hooper Flag, for some reason, came back to school next year, he would be playing alongside the Boozer twins. You know, Carlos Boozer. Yeah, he would be playing alongside his 2 sons. Wow. Aman Melawak. Therese Proctor, another really good player. And Sion James. Kelvin Sampson, the coach of the Houston Cougars. And John Shire. Yep. 11 March Madness games. So Duke versus Houston. Let me see if I could pull up their history, like how they've done in the past. I didn't do that for the first game because it didn't really click in my head. Houston Cougars records. Let me see if I can look up their records. Here we go. Houston Cougars men's basketball school history. See if I could get the records like I can for the pros. If it'll load up. All right, here we go. So now, under Coach Sampson, since 2014-15, they made the tournament. Well, this is their 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th straight time. They made it in 2017-18 and then 18-19. Didn't make it far. But then made it to the Final Four in 2020, 2021. Regional final the next year. And then they got bounced as a regional semifinalist the next 2 years. And they've been a 1 seed now the last 3 years. Of course, for Duke, we already know about them. 15 straight wins, 20-point win in Elite 8 versus Bama for Duke. Houston, pretty much riding that same energy. So we are about ready for tip-off. Should be a good one. And the tip is up and won by the Cougars. Going from left to right. Gotta wait for CBS to wake up here with the stuff here. Turnaround hook shot is missed. They said it was tipped out of bounds. Man. All right, up top. Keep an eye on Pryor. Good passing by Houston. Drives. Kick out. 3. Go. He missed it. I thought that was going in. I thought that was going in. Wow. Now we got whistles. Okay, here we go. All right. We got it locked in now. We got it locked in now. There we go. So 3 on the 3 on the shot clock. That's barely enough to do anything with it. Uzan the inbound. And put up in a shot clock violation. Sheesh. Not how you want to start. So here's Proctor up the floor. Gives it off. Knupel. Here's James. Inside. Flag. Underneath. Up. Missed. Batted around. Fought for. Taken by the Cougars. Someone rolled his ankle for the Cougars. And there's a foul. See him limping noticeably there. Malawak with the foul. Right? You see it, right? This kind of landed on the back of Malawak's ankle. So he's going to come out. And we already got our first substitution as Francis checks in for Houston. For Francis. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Francis is in, yeah. Up top. To the left wing. 3. No. Rebounded. Back out. 3 again. Good. There's LJ Cryer. He had 17 points against Tennessee. Back comes Duke. Up top is Knuppel. Flag. Works inside. Kicks it out. Knuppel. Drive, and we have a whistle. Foul. It's on Javier Francis. His first, team first. Hugler was the one that rolled his ankle. So free throws coming up. First one is good. Second free throw is good. Knuppel. Here comes the Cougars. Up the floor. Here's Cryer, former Baylor Bear. Keep an eye on Francis, too. Here's Uzan. Uzan fires 3. Nope, too strong. Russell down again. Kicks it out. Cryer navigates through. Pull up for 2. Short. Bounced around, and they're going to call a... Yeah, out of bounds. Fast touch by Houston. There's Tugler on the bike. Working that ankle out. Seeing how that ankle feels. Because he rolled it. I know that does not feel good at all. Flag. Houston has 4 offensive rebounds already. Goes up. Oh, and he missed it somehow. You watch. How do you miss that? Up the other way. Sharp up. Missed. Rebound again. Kicks it back out to Cryer. Uzan. That's 5 offensive rebounds in the first 3 minutes for Houston. Uzan. Goes inside. Up and another miss. Gotta take advantage. Jeez. Out. James, 3. Missed it. Rebounded by Francis underneath. Here's Uzan. Looks like we're going to see a sub for Duke here in a second. Step back. 3. No. Cryer's trying to go crazy here at the beginning. 1 of 9 from the field. Flag against Cryer. The lob is completely whiffed. Back the other way as Roberts stole it. Or took it away. No foul. Oh, yeah, there's a foul. Yep, there is a foul. That's on Tyrese Proctor. Sharp draws the foul. So Sharp shooting 2. First one is no good. Now we'll get a substitution for each team, it looks like. As Arsenault checks in for Houston. And Mbangba and Foster check in for Duke. Free throw is good. So Uzan, I believe, will check out now. Wilson will come in for Sharp. 5 offensive rebounds for Houston, 0 for Duke thus far. Kick out. Open. Knuppel. Three is good. The guy whose name sounds like Nipple. Looks like Nipple. Funky Nipple. 2024-25 All-ACC second team and all-rookie team. Not too bad. Who's on getting hounded. And a steal. Lazy pass. Back the other way comes Duke. Drive. Foster up. Missed it. And it's saved. Flag goes to get it. Taken away by Houston. What a funky possession. And they get two the other way. What a funky turn of events. That's Malik Wilson. Wow. Three. No. Brought in by Houston. Here's Wilson. Working inside on flag. Pull up for two is no good. Almost had a sixth offensive rebound already. Here's Foster. Up top. Knuppel. Flag. Three. Remember what this dude was doing to the Team USA squad before the Olympics? Remember that? He was on that Team USA select team. He was kicking their ass. Remember that? People were like, yeah, this kid's going to be something. Here's Uzan. Floater in and out. Rebounded by Duke. Here's Foster. Goes from right to left. Flag up top. Here's Proctor. Proctor. Floater. Good. $17 points per game in the tournament. Wow. Here's Uzan. Up top for Cryer. Cryer against Proctor. Turnaround jumper is good. We might have ourselves a duel between Cryer and Proctor, really. Or even everybody, really. That might be what it comes down to. Cryer versus the Duke Blue Devils. Here's Proctor up top. Flag. Gongbug setting a screen. Proctor playing peekaboo. Flag up top. Fires for three. Nope. Not enough. Uzan. Walks it up the floor. Gives it off. Here's Cryer. Cryer bobbing and weaving. Cryer step back. Three. That's in and out. Being evil tonight. Drive. Flag. Stop. Put the throw down. Hanging off by one hand. Damn. Looked like he was able to hang on to the rim. That could have been bad if he slipped. The way he was hanging off the rim like that, he would have landed on his shoulder. Ugh. Floater and a jumper's miss. Wow. Back the other way. Here's Foster. Taking Ngongba. And sign all alone is Knuppel for two. Sampson working at his players. Shy, on the other hand, over there hyping up his team. 14-8. Here's a drive. Up, and he's fouled. Cryer draws the foul. It's on Ngongba. That is his first. TV timeout. Lovely. Oh, and the bots are back, of course. Of course, what did I think I could get away with doing that? I seriously think I could get away with having a stream without having to set a limit or something, you know? I gotta make it a subscriber only thing, right? I'll make it a minute. And then I'll simply ban the losers that come in here and spam. Not going to ban everybody. Welcome everybody. But these bots and trolls are the worst. Bots and trolls are literally the worst. Bots are the worst, I think. So these are trolls, mostly they're people. Bots are just bots. Spammers. They ruin everything. Okay. Yes. Wow. Oh yeah, Coach K. Of course, Coach K is in the house watching his team. All right. So we got 2 shots for LJ Cryer. He's got 5 of the 8 early points here for Houston. 11:51 to go here in the first. First was good. We got another timeout. Oh, that's what I love. They do a timeout. Hey, let's have a commercial break. Come back for one shot and then back to. Got to do the old college classic or old sports classic. Commercial break. Come back for one play. Commercial again. And then to draw out the game, right? Earn as much money as possible. Hmm. Uh, hey, so we are back. There's the pep band jamming out. That one guy in the pep band has a stuffed tiger, or no, I'm sorry, cougar on his head. That's interesting. Throw number two is missed. So 14-9, Duke leads. About 11 or so, about almost 11 and a half minutes to go here in the first half. Nice pass inside, almost disrupted. Got some new faces out there for Duke. He was almost, oh, it's stolen. Roberts goes up and he botches the layup. Oh, brother. And a foul. It's Cryer, Sharp, Uzan, Tugler back in the game, and Roberts for Houston. Knuppel, Proctor, Brown, Foster, Gillis for Duke. That's Roberts. Drive and a foul. Yeah, Gillis had the rebound, and then Uzan with the foul. Foster draws the foul. Shots for Caleb Foster. First one is missed. Uzan heads to the bench with 2 fouls. Free throw. Moves them both. Batted around. Saved by Duke. Goes up and gets the basket. Yeah, Malik Brown had the rebound on that. That was Tugler who turned it over. Knuppel. Yeah, there's the foul. I mean, yeah, there's a turnover and a foul. Knuppel had the 2. Then Tugler turns it over. Gillis stole it. I'm out, Houston. Using up all your damn timeouts. Sheesh. Sheesh. Carlos Santana homered? Hey, yo. Wow. Good to see Carlos Santana hit homer. Yeah. Carlos Santana hit homer hard. Yeah. Yeah. 16-9 so far, and of course, of those 9 points, 6 are to Crier. Hang on, guys. Be right back, guys. Sixteen to 9. Oh, there we go. Here's Proctor to Knuppel. Turns around. Good defense. Foster from Brown. Drives inside. Up. Bad shot. Brown put back is good. Here comes Houston. All of a sudden down 9. Right side. Again, watch out. We'll see what Crier is. There's a drive. He lost the ball. Didn't really lose it, though. Then he lost it again. Out of bounds. Duke ball. God. Soler and Renhefo both homering now. Of course. Bybee wants to be a bum now. Okay, Bybee. Yeah, all right. Knuppel. And against contact, airballs it. Back to Proctor for 3 is missed. Tip back, Knuppel. Here's Proctor. Proctor up again. Missed a 3rd time. Here's the Cougars back the other way. Getting harassed and a foul on Gillis. That's right. Purdue was in the Natty last year. I forgot about that. That's crazy. Wow. Teen and 9. Bound pass on the baseline. Gets it out. Up top. Arsenault in for Houston. Here's a drive. Goes up. Misses. Rebound. And that was a foul before the block. Free throw up and good. Juwan Roberts makes the second of two. Drive. James kicks it out. Flag. Goes inside. Turn around. Passes inside. Blocked. And taken away by the Cougars. Damn. Arsenault with the rebound. Pryor. Here's the three. It's good for Emmanuel Sharp. That's what you need right there. Man. James calling the shots from the left wing side. Gets a screen. Forces a switch. Here's a three. That's short. Brought in by Cryer. Here comes the Cougars. Navigating through. Corner. Three. It's no good. Bounced around. Good hustle by the Cougars. Cryer gets it. Got him in the air. Working inside. Spins. Goes up with the left and too much for Juwan Roberts against Flag. It's a 3-point game just like that. Timeout, Duke. Timeout, Duke. Well, that's a nice little surge. Oh, wow. All of a sudden, Houston is scoring like crazy now. I'll be right back here on Monday night for hopefully what will be a very eventful national championship game. Florida and the winner of this game. Subscribe. It's on the floor. We'll see if it updates here. Jed Cryer's looking great so far. He's got 6 points. Sharp has 4 and 3 for Roberts. Flag only has 5 points so far. So on the floor, Knuppel, Flag, Proctor, James, and Mulliwak for Duke. Pryor, Sharp, Roberts, Arsenault, and Tugler for Houston. Houston is 5 of 20 from the field. Duke is 7 of 19. Here's Flag. I'm sorry, it's Knuppel. James. Here's Flag. Flag. Inside, all alone, James. Goes up, and he missed the easy two. Oh my God, these guys are not hitting anything. Roberts with the rebound. Here's Cryer. Cryer against Flag. Gives it off. Cryer inside. Roberts up and in. He missed it. Oh, somehow it goes back to the Cougars after Flag had it. Pull up is blocked by Flag. Flag to James. Back to Flag. Flag spinning around. Turnaround jumper is no good off the side. Back to Houston. .621 to go already here in the first. Pryor hands it off. I believe this is Tugler. Gives it off. Back and forth. Good defense. Inside, stolen by James. Here's Proctor. That was a sharp turnover. James up top to Knuppel. Flag. Right wing inside, all alone in the dunk. Foul. I was on Sharp. Number 21 is Sharp. Okay. So he's out of the game. Wilson returns for Houston. Here comes Houston down by 6. Neither team has really done that well from the field thus far. Here's a drive. Wilson getting hounded all over by Foster. Pull up for two is a hilariously bad shot. Save though by Wilson. Brown ripped it away and it'll go back to Duke. Roberts turns it over. Just rips it out. Wow. Flag. Here's Brown. No, here's Malik Brown. Almost a steal. Here comes the Cougars. Fire. Off to the left side. Drive. Turn around jumpers. An air ball. Back to Duke. So it's Pryor, Sharp, Roberts, Francis, Arsenault for Houston. Here's Foster. Drives, works inside, goes up, gets blocked. Houston has it. Down by 8 now. They have not scored in over 3.5 minutes, has Houston. Oh, he almost fell. Fires, three is missed. You do not want to have a scoring drought against these guys. You'll be down 20 before you know it if they start really hitting their shots, which they haven't really been able to, which is the only thing keeping them in this game. Ball! It's good. Getting closer to the 2 minute mark here in the first half. 8-0 run in the last 2 minutes for Duke. For Duke. It's Pryor. Goes inside. Spins. Goes up. Throws it down. Wow. Jawan Roberts. Ooh-wee. Pass. Flag. Against Roberts. Trying to cook him. Inside. Thrown up and in for Brown. These guys are just always getting open under the basket. Houston is losing these guys so often on defense. Looks like Ngongbo will be returning. Or is it Malawak? Spins up, foul. 2 shots coming up. It's on Foster. Francis draws the foul. Blowing the game. I mean, Houston cannot do anything. Mostly, they had this massive ass drought, like 3.5 minutes. They cannot score. The time has come to push the button. It's here presenting the for 60 months of T20 board chance. Plus current gospel members receive up to 12 purchases. I was a part of the French 75 Stevie Rock Judges attack written. I need to find my daughter. Good, buddy. Ah. Triple play turned by the Rockies. Wow. But yeah, Knupel has 12 points so far. Well, I guess 5. Brown and Proctor have 4 apiece on the floor. 2:36 to go in the first. With the way they do things, it'll take an hour for this half to end.
CBS Friday, only 2 episodes remain until the this season finale of TV's Money Show. Grammy winner Jelly Roll reaches that debut and all new Fire Country Friday 9, 8 Central on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus. Summary: 9 offensive rebounds for Houston early scoring line, but it's not hurting Pete that much because they limited their turnovers just to the continental 12 points.
Wow. 2 turnovers so far. Two turnovers for Duke so far. So they're taking care of the ball. Houston just can't seem to really get anything going for the most part, anyway. See what happens. Free throw coming up. And it's good. One more for Francis. Foul was on Caleb Foster. 6.5 points. Not too bad so far on average. Free throw is good. Lead down to 9. Here's Knupel. Goes inside. Flag. Flag. Drives. Goes up. And he missed it. Bounced around. Goes back to flag. Goes up. Foul and 1. Foul's on Francis. I don't know if anyone's stopping Duke at this point. You know they want Flag to win a natty. He's arguably the best player in the nation. If you're Cooper Flag, you think he pays attention to what NBA teams are doing right now? I wouldn't. Honestly, I wouldn't really care where I went. Especially like if you ended up with like a really good team who has a horrible team's pick. Oh, that'd be amazing. Like Philly, I think well no, because no matter what, you're gonna be a number 1 pick, and that's not gonna happen. Because teams aren't that dumb. Here's a 3! Good for Cryer. He's the only one really consistently getting buckets at this point for Houston. He's got 9. And there's a foul on the other end. It's on Tugler. Miller watch will go to the line for 2. Guardians down 3-1. 2 home runs from the Angels in the first inning. Boy. Of course, I'll be live tomorrow for the Cavs and the Kings. That'll be a fun one. Cavs win tomorrow. They clinch the number 1 seed outright in the East. Misses the first free throw. And after that, I bet you we see quite a few guys resting in games. I don't think it'll be just one guy resting. You might see a game where like there's like 2 or even 3 guys resting. Oh, Naylor homered. Wow. After people were slandering the hell out of him, huh? Damn. In this group chat I'm in, saying no more Nailers. Wow. A bow bomb. Okay. Love to see that. Here's a 3 for Uzan. All of a sudden, Houston crawling back into it. Down by 7. Knupel. Here's Flag underneath. Getting hounded think this is Francis. Oh no, it might be Roberts. And there's a foul. Flag is just pestering these guys. They can't stop him.
The physicality of Roberts looking driving, going, he's going to draw that out. Has a great chemistry there on the interior, finding Malawatch there. Hey, the Malawatch back to the free throw line.
Oh, good. Francis, Uzan, Sharp, Roberts, and Cryer on the floor for Houston. James, Proctor, Meluwatch, Flag, and Knupel for Duke. Free throw number 2 is good. Meluwatch will take a seat. Brown is back in for Duke. Here's Cryer. Dancing around against Brown for 3 is good. Yeah, he's starting to really feel it now. He's starting to get that rhythm going. Here's Flag. With 10 to go in the first half. Flag. Proctor for 3. No. Out of bounds. 0.2 to go. And we'll see what happens here. Might be just a heave ho or just a simple pass. Yeah, okay. And that'll do it for the first half. So, hey, you know what? If you're a Houston fan right now, probably feeling not too bad because it could have been a lot worse. But Houston got it within 6 going into halftime. That's not too bad if you ask me. So, looking at the box score, or as I always call it, the casual fans' favorite part of the game, because apparently, they don't watch the games. Leading the way is LJ Cryer. Surprise, surprise. He has 12. And then 5 for Roberts, 4 for Sharp, 3 for Uzan, 2 for Francis, and then 2 for Wilson. For Duke, 12 for Knupel, 8 for Flag, 4 for Brown, 4 for Proctor, and 6 for Maluwatch off the bench. Well, I guess he's not off the bench, but he was on the bench at the end. All right. So, how are we doing? I know not a lot of people watch these things. That's fine. I like doing them regardless.
Discover the power. Weight almost 35 pounds. Some 1.6 pounds.
What the heck? Oh. Hmm. How's everybody doing on this lovely, lovely Saturday evening? Again, tomorrow night I will be live for the Cavs and the Kings. Let me just take a quick peek.
Will help right away if you starting neck, severe stomach pain, or any of these allergic reactions. Serious side effects may include pancreas inflammation and gallbladder or severe stomach problems. Call your prescriber if you have any of these symptoms. Wegovy may cause low blood sugar in people with diabetes, especially if you take medicines to treat diabetes. Call your prescriber about vision changes. Rest,
The heck? Oh.
stomach pain, upset, brain tired,
So let's take a look real quick. Oh, wow. How about that? Miami and Milwaukee, 109, 107. Miami. So, Guardians tied it up because that's how decent the offense is. It's decent. It's not great. Could be better. So yeah, tomorrow. And Manzardo flies out. Oh, of course. Okay, buddy. Okay, bucko. So tomorrow, oh, there's a 1 o'clock game tomorrow. That's right. Okay. Ooh, we got a full day of basketball. Ooh, yeah. Cavs play at 6, so I'll be live for that. Last game against the Western Conference this year. And Laravia's out. Keegan Murray's a game time decision. Dean and Jerome are also game time decisions for the Cavs. I could see it where maybe they rest like somebody like Darius or something. The thing I really want to know is, are we going to see a lot of the new guy, Chuma or Kiki? Probably not. I'm not counting on it because he just got here and he's like the 14th or 15th guy on the roster. Although if you're Kenny, you're trying to limit guys' minutes for the playoffs. I wouldn't hate it if we saw a little bit of him, see what he can do. I mean, if we do use him, it's probably going to be like a matchup thing against bigger teams instead of Sam Merrill. My God, what is that? Yo, what? Oh, hey, yo. Damn. Okay. The John Stockton's. Okay. So, what else is there really to talk about at this point? Nothing really. It's kind of that time where sports are wind or not like winter sports are starting to wind down. All right. Obviously, on Monday night, college basketball is over. And obviously, college football has been over for about 2, 3 months now. Obviously, Cat Buckeyes won the Natty. Lit. And baseball is underway, softball is underway. Summer's coming up real quick. John Camden from Delaware. I guess Ohio State's interested in him. This one account on Twitter, OSU Hoops Insider, always posts about players that Ohio State has apparently been interested in. Oh, yeah. Will Howard from Delaware. 6'8", 220, huh? Oh. A lot of people in college basketball, they scoff at these kind of players. Players from smaller schools. But you know what? They're good. If Ohio State offers you, you're pretty good. So let's see who they've offered lately. So John Camden, I guess, has been we're interested in him. Reed Bailey, 6'10". Sheesh, from Davidson. 19 points, 48% from the field. Hey, yo, a 41% three-ball shooter. Forward. Okay. Dalen Swain, of course, that didn't happen. Brandon Noel from Wright State. 6'9", 240 out of Lucasville. 19 points, about 8 rebounds, 2 assists. Sam Lewis, haven't heard about him yet. Okay, Cam Kraft from Miami. Keyshawn Hall, he's obviously going elsewhere. I talked about him earlier. He's going to Auburn. Jonathan Powell going elsewhere. Shagman going elsewhere. All right, he's going elsewhere. Xavier, I believe. Chris Tilly is actually coming to the Buckeyes. Solid center. Ryan Forrest, I don't know where he's going. And Baco, I guess we're interested in him, but probably not going to get him. Duggan, no. Jalen Washington, no. Ben Michaels, I haven't heard anything about him. Austin Rapp, I think he's going elsewhere. Markel Sutton, I haven't heard anything about him recently, but I mean, 6'8", forward. Okay. Baller. Samaj Teal from Indiana State, 17 points. He's a 6'2" guard. We got cups. I don't think we're going to get him. Drew Fielder, haven't heard anything about him. Owen Freeman, not happening, obviously. He's already gone elsewhere. Marcus Johnson, boy, 6'7", 265. Holy crap. Maybe Ryan Day could talk to him and have him have a little vice versa. Usually, football players will play basketball. How about a basketball player that can play for the football team? Nick Graves, he's probably going elsewhere. Davidson, elsewhere. Lathan Somerville, elsewhere. Wiggins, I think he's going elsewhere now. Morez Johnson, obviously going elsewhere. He's going to the damn team up north. Wes Ennis from LMU, 6'2", 200 pounds. Damn. He's a guard. Okay. Gabe Cupps, he's a Buckeye already. Malik Renault, he's not coming here or there. Donovan Dent, no. Rodney Rice would be an interesting one, but that's not going to happen. Conwell, no. Noah Williamson, no. And yeah, so wow. Mo Odom from the Bronx, Pepperdine. Probably not happening. I wish OSU Insider would give us an update on each player, like where they've went. So we're not like, oh, did he go elsewhere? Is he still available? Okay, let me check on the Guardians. How are they doing? Oh, okay. I mean, okay. All right. Downington, PA. His sister played lacrosse at Ohio State. Talking about John Camden, 6'8", forward out of Delaware, or from the University of Delaware. A lot of times, it's these smaller school kids that we didn't really hit that turn out to be absolute studs in the big time. Reed Bailey, Swain, obviously not happening. Noel, a lot of Buckeye fans have this thing with Brandon Noel, 6'9", 240-pounder. Averages about 19 points, 55% from the field, 36% three, 75% from the line, set about 8 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal from Chillicothe, Ohio. That would be a good get. Looking at that stat line, yeah, that'd be a good get. Sam Lewis, probably not going to happen by now. Cam Kraft, I don't think anything has happened with him yet. Oh, yeah. He'd come here and get the Tanner Holden treatment. Parrish's spot. Oh, yeah. Cam Kraft from Miami, Ohio. Keyshawn Hall, obviously not happening. Powell's not happening. Yeah. We'll see what pops off and stuff. We'll see how things end up going. Especially once visits start happening again once the Natty's over with. To mention, the teams that have been eliminated, you'll see players leave from those schools too. So it's just like football. You know, a lot can still happen. I don't expect too much more. Syracuse big man Eddie Lampkin entered the portal. Okay. Let me see. John Camden. Oh, singles on a line drive. Here we go. They're going to end up giving up a run because that's what they do. Few portal names. Oh, that's a freaking boiler account. Hey, what the hell, brother? Brother. Hey, yo, brother. Damn. Yeah. Okay. Began his career at Memphis before playing at two at Virginia Tech, and he spent one season at Delaware. Okay. So he's been everywhere. He's a jumper at this point. Damn. Bouncing all over the place. Damn, 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 damn.
For sure. We're going to take a king.
He would beat Ohio State by 50. Look what Auburn did to him. God, especially now. When do they play again? Next weekend or next Monday? Uh, College basketball is on Monday. This upcoming Monday. Would technically be Monday the 7th, I believe. Yeah. Monday the 7th. Yeah. All right. What else is there to really look at? I guess I could check on 3 to see what else has been popping off in the forums. Okay. Shanuel grounds out. Good. Good job, Tanner, to rally out of that. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Oh, Spencer Holbrook posted a update. Ooh, what's this update could be? I don't know. What do I think it is? It's probably just him replying to somebody. I don't think it's an update on anything. Yeah, it's just an update. Talking about Devin Royal coming back. Uh, okay. All right. Student Appreciation Day thread. Okay. Today was Student Appreciation Day at Ohio State. During their practice, they had fans watching, students and everything. Wow. It makes me think. It's like, imagine being a student athlete like Jeremiah Smith. Can dude even have in person classes at this point? He is such a freaking superstar. He wouldn't be able to go to class because he'd be hounded by fans all freaking day. He probably does like online classes or something, I assume. I don't know how he does that. Any player I saw today, I'll tell you what I saw. Chuck West Carter. That's an interesting name. Kenyatta Caden and Julian Sayin. Hicks, Daniels, West, all D tackles. Holes. Ah. Sayin. Ran with the twos and threes. Wasn't bad. Okay. Powerful. I like him aligned to some folks from the buildings. Okay. Really aggressive, which gets him in a bit of trouble. But you'd rather that than him being timid. Yeah, he gets aggressive. Just don't have him hurting anybody. Tell him to relax. These are your teammates. These are your brothers. It's good to have a guy like that, though. If anyone tries to mess with the quarterback, he'll be that guy that runs over there and gets in a fight. He'd be the one to get in a freaking fist fight with a player on the field because they touched his quarterback. He's the guy that takes offense to players touching his quarterback. Just what you want, you know? You want that. Okay. All right. Yeah, because they're in the same building, so they don't really have to travel, obviously. Jalen Brunson. Wow. Okay. I thought it said Rocha. I'm like, no way, Rocha has his own grill. Man, Mexican grill and bar. Oh, hey, Rocha, you have a freaking bar and grill out here. Except it's not Rocha, it's Roca. Oh, that's my dude over there, man. Rocha Entertainment. I'm really wondering, does he have his own channel? He used to. He retired it when the Warriors won their NBA title in 2022. Technically, you could say he retired the channel, mainly because after they won the championship, I think it was during the run actually when they won it. Sean, who also is on the Sports Fury, he's the Cowboys fan, the Dallas sports fan. He actually was off, I guess, off to the side dealing with some stuff. I don't know exactly what happened. I'm not going to dig into that. I don't really care because that's his business. My guess is it's probably like, work or something else. I'm not going to be the one to ask him. But yeah, he was gone for about a year. So my guy Josh, hit up Rocha, and Rocha clutched up. See, Rocha saw that as an opportunity to grow, and he took it. That's what you do. When you give it a chance to grow your channel or your, whatever, you take that chance. And he took it and he has soared all the way up to the top. Honestly, though, he really took off during the pandemic, 2020, during the when they had the bubble playoffs. That's when this channel really took off. I think he only had like 10,000 subs heading into that. And then by the time it was over, he boomed for sure. Big time. So they're showing the stats, and yeah, neither team really played that well in the first half. And yet, Houston is only down by 6. So we'll see how Houston comes out. Because this is going to be a big few minutes here to start this second half. If they come out red hot, they could take this game easily. So, of course, there's Iron Eagle, Bill Raftery, Grant Hill. So yeah, we are a few moments from the resumption of action here in the second half. Duke has not played great. Otherwise, like I said, this game would be a laugher, I think. What I'm thinking of is when Ohio State's roster is finalized, I might do a little video on that on the Buckin' Crazy channel. But I'm not really going to talk too much about Ohio State basketball at this point. Yeah, Houston shooting 31% from the field, 45% from three, and 62% from the line. Duke, 41% from the field, 33% from three, and 70% from the line. And yet, Houston's only down 6. So here's Duke. Here's Flag from left to right. Underneath against Uzan. Goes up, misses, put back dunk. Watch. That's how they started off. It's Cryer, Roberts, Sharp, Uzan, and Francis for Houston. Knupel, Flag, Brown, Proctor, James for Duke. And here's Houston. Goes inside. Tugler. Foul. But yeah. Pryor, Roberts, Sharp, Uzan, Tugler for Houston. Knupel, Flag, Malawatch, Proctor, James for Duke. Pryor has almost half the points for Houston at this point. Here's Cryer. Speaking of which, for 3. It's good. Yeah, I think he might be officially locked in. Juwan Roberts gets the assist. Here's Proctor. They are 4 for 4 from 3 after starting 2 for 8. Mostly it's been Cryer. James. Over to Melowatch. Flag. Flag. 3, 2, he slid. Pulls it up. Ball. It's the putback. Damn, he slipped. Someone slipped on the court too, I think. Here's Cryer. Inside. Nice dunk, but he missed. No foul. Three is good for James. Sion James with this first 3. Here's Uzan. Uzan. Drives on James. Goes up. Good for 2. Back comes the Devils. The Blue Devils. James up top. Knupel on the right wing. Draws a double. Pass to James for 2. Uzan gonna walk it up. Gives it off. Cryer. Cryer against Flag. Goes inside. Lost it. Back. Cryer. Juwan Roberts again with the assist. He got 8 rebounds, 3 assists with 5 points. Here's Flag. Roberts guarding him. Pull up 2. Off the side. There's a race for the ball. Saved. Proctor. 3 is no good. Tried to be saved again. Dudes be falling all over the place. Uzan. He'll walk it up. Uzan against Knupel. Drives. Inside. Oh, he lost it. Roberts had it, but yeah, you got to use your hands. Use your hands, Roberts. Use the hands. That's what God gave them to you for. Ya bum. Ya bum. Ya bum. All right, here's Duke. Flag against Uzan. Got him in the air. Bumped. Foul and 1. Man. Will go to the bench with 3 fouls. Remember, Tugler rolled his ankle earlier. So Sharp is in with Francis, Roberts, Uzan, and Cryer. Free throw, good. Makes it an 8-point lead. Here's Cryer. 18 for Cryer. Yeah, nobody else really doing much. Inside, Roberts. Backing down. Turnaround. Hook shot is missed. Save, though. Good hustle by Uzan. Backing down. Getting poked at. He's up and throws it down. Hey, yo. That's Francis with the dunk from Roberts. This is racking them slightly. James, pull up two. Too strong. Again, gets his own miss. This dude's just out hustling everybody right now. Flag. Good. Dude, Duke is like, you're not getting anywhere close to us, boy. Nah. Y'all could cook all night for all you want, but we're not going to let you get close. Uzan calling up for a screen. Draws a double. Proctor all over him. Gives it off. Roberts goes up. Hook is good. Oh, he finally got a bucket instead of just getting all assists. He's got 9 rebounds, 7 points, and 4 assists. 47 to 40. 3. Canoe ball. Good. 50 to 40. Duke. 14-13 to go. Here's Uzan. Gets it over. Good defense. Scream from, I think that was Sharp. Uzan cooking his dude. Goes up. Got it for 2. Wow. Look at the finger roll from Uzan. Milos. The lob. Almost blocked. 3 for James. Too strong. Tipped around. And a foul underneath. $13:30 to go in the second quarter or second half. Duke up 8. Um, oh man. Ooh. Yes, sir. But yeah, I'll be back here on Monday for the national championship. Right now, it would be Florida versus Duke. Wow. Impressed that Houston's been able to keep up. They just haven't really been able to get any closer than like 5.
Sometimes my life can be a little crazy. That's why when you find stability, you gotta grab it, hold on to it. Like how Verizon just lets you lock in a low price for me. Even if you're already accustomed to it. Is that even real? That's not just for me. And they give you a free phone on any plan. Who's doing that? Nobody. Come on. What's better than Obviously nothing. Yeah, nothing. You know?
He win in his 75th regular season match as Columbus Crew head coach. Wilfred Nancy tied Bob Bradley, and Bruce Arena for the highest winning percentage in MLS history by a coach in his first 75 games with the club.
TFT, T. What angles? Or water. That's all right.
Yep. They walked Ramirez. That's hilarious. On the second, and they walked Ramirez. That's hilarious. They really walked him. Wow. They're scared crapless of J Ram. Here's Knupel. Oh, nice pass to James all alone for two. Duke up 10. 13-14 to go here in the game. 13 assists, 24 points in the paint for Duke. Here's Cryer. That's 3 field goal attempts for Houston, and then it's over but a foul. Mhm. All right, up top, here's Cryer. Wilson to Cryer. Cryer dancing around against Flag. Kick out. Wilson. Drive. Kick back out. Stolen. Flag. Bumped. And he's fouled. Too often do you have one of the best players in college basketball going to the natty? Because, of course, I mean, it's happened a couple times recently. But this is crazy. Wow. Bases loaded from Manzardo. The stash. Free throws. Good. Up top, Cryer to Uzan. Uzan. Good defense by Knupel. Draws a screen. Forces a switch. Knupel. I'm sorry. Uzan. Pull up, too. Is an air ball. Not even close. Taken by Proctor. Knupel. Here's Flag. Works inside. Foul. Almost had the N1. All right, guys. I'm going to tweet something out, so. All right. Oh. Who recorded over my game footage? Who dares record over my game footage? By the way, there's 2 out, of course. Oh, he had a we got Kipnis. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, look at the squander. Bases loaded, 2 out. Of course, it had to be 2 outs because Rocchio and Naylor are bums. Big bums. Super bums. Super duper bums. Yeah. All right. But yeah, national championship on Monday. After that, no more college basketball until what? November, December. Do a couple of games, regular season. If there's any good ones. Oh well. Guardians. Of course, they love to get a good hit when there's 2 outs. Now, does Houston have enough to maybe make another comeback? Honestly, don't think so. Hey, we've seen crazier things happen. But it would take a monumental effort to come back against this Duke team that's playing so well.
Sure, first leg of that must-see Champions League quarterfinal. Stream the pivotal battle on every UEFA Champions League match live exclusively on powerhouse. Cooper Flag, you've seen the tournament. Example, here's 3 purple split. How about this? The jump shot, I mean, the kid really is so well rounded. Fine. So, doesn't force it. Takes the right speed with what he play. Took the shot, finding his teammate. Great defense.
Throw up and good. More for Flag. Looking for number 20. Point number 20 here. Up and good. 20 points for Cooper Flag. With 4 rebounds and 4 assists. Here's Uzan up by 14. I'm sorry, down by 14. Up and missed it. Rebounded by Houston. Kicks it out. 3. Good. Okay, gets it down to 11. You just got to play defense. That's all. Easier said than done, though, against this Duke team. Damn, Duke has not committed a turnover in 20 minutes. They've committed 2 turnovers all game around there. And he almost did it right there. Damn, what a jinx. Goes up, blocked, back missed, and Houston comes up with it. Here comes the Cougars. Here's Cryer. Roberts with that rebound after Tugler blocked the shot. Drive, Cryer, pull up, short, wrestled away, up, and he completely overshot the rim. I always say that went everywhere but down the hole. Up and good for Flag. 22 for Flag. Is Pryor inside. Kicks it out to Uzan. Uzan drive. Floater. Nope. Rebounded by Flag. 9:50 to go in the game. Already, God, this game's flying by. Holy crap. Wow. 9:40 to go. Knuppel. Proctor to Knuppel. Inside. Oh, lost it. He was pocket picked. Stole his lunch money. Free. No. Oh, a little bit of contact underneath. Back comes Duke. James drives. It's up and blocked. Kicks it out. Knuppel. Three is missed. Rebounded. Oh, and there might be an injured Duke player on the other end there. Yeah, James took a hard fall. Let's see here. Just oh yeah, he got ran over. He got ran over on that block. Damn. Damn.
The transfer that they got, the best players respective teams that they just found guys that fit the role. James from Tulane, Gillis from Purdue, Brown from Syracuse. They that we're going to be happy being a part of the team and the entire Duke mentality. They are taking a look at this. Josh Hart nailed it in summer. The further review, contact, that was good. That's the demo. I like that there. And they're right. By the way, we don't have to throw the genius out that much. No, he's over there. Don't do that to Steve. He's admired the okay, officiating at high level. You've done a great job, fellas. I did have a bite of that burger. I wasn't ready to spot. John Mack, but for you too. As a great. I want to drop Duncan, but I also make chicken finger today. To referee. Yeah, Houston is aggressive. Listen, they do just balancing things out and doing it the way they've done it here. I think the guys have done a really good job though of keeping this thing where it is. We got to finish. 2:58.
58:45. Here's Uzan. Uzan. Tugler. Cryer getting hounded to the corner. Three is no good. Brought down by Kneupel. With 8:40 to go here in the half. In the game. Keep saying the half. Well, second half. The game. Here's Foster. Gillis. Over to Kneupel. Here's Gillis. Proctor. Proctor. Drives. Goes up and a whistle.
It's a free throw line. Maybe that can't go. That is 4 on you, Sam. He needs 17 one. And he's got to go for a bunch of rules. It's like the guys.
Free throw missed. Roberts returns. Arsenault is back in with Sharp, Cryer, and Tugler. Oh, brother. All the Angels are doing are hitting homers. Wow. Three. Ugh. Wow. And then we have an injury, it looks like. Got tripped up a little. That's Tugler again.
Second half. San Antonio.
Indians losing 7-3. Literally, all they've been doing is giving up homers. I think all their runs have been scored via homer. We homered, they homer, we homer, and then a ground out by Santana tied the game. Trout or no Hoppy homered. So all their runs have been scored via homers. And all but one of our runs have been scored via homer. Oh well, that's whatever. As long as they figure it out by the time I really have to focus on them, that's whatever. Because at this point, I'm more focused on the Cavs. Same pose and expression from T at the Tree Dome. Oh yeah, it is. Ha! God, it's crazy when you see how far SpongeBob has gotten over the years. That's funny. Okay.
Archer of the summer in Walnut Lake June for the match. Say like it's Auburn the most in the final. It says let's get one that there. Houston semi-final appearance and do 18.
Wow.
Change reading the attic timeout in escalated foul. This is their arm right there. Attack Tucker was the white call. Look, 3-pointer made. Hips, big ropes, and the ball. And the
So tech shot coming up makes the free throw. Makes it a 10-point lead after a Mason Gillis technical foul. Free throw number 2 is missed. Dude, the Guardians pitching rotation is an absolute disaster. I mean, they really didn't do anything to fix it. I mean, Maybe and Williams are going to carry this rotation until Bieber and Means are back, which who knows when that'll be. All right, well, here's Crier up top against Shanuel. Floater is good. Cuts the lead to 8. 7:37 and counting here in the game. I keep saying the half. The game. Duke fans on their feet. Here's flag. Goes right to the rim and he missed it. Here comes Houston. Pryor. Is he going to go takeover mode here? Oh, he lost the ball. Back to Duke. Oh, too much dribbling. $59-51. That's their 9th turnover. Duke has 4. Duke has not scored a field goal in almost 3.5 minutes. There's another miss. A foul. It's on Milliwash. His second. Damn. Oh, yeah, they lost to Baylor. That's right. Cryer. Ironically, Cryer was there, I believe. Pryor. Fires for 3. Short. Oh, wait. Almost went down. It almost went down anyway. 6:30 to go and counting. 8-point lead for Duke. Each team not doing so well from the field. It's 26 to go in the game. See, I am so used to the second being the second quarter. I keep calling it the half, thinking, oh, it's halftime. Well, no. 2 halves. That's all. First and second half. They don't have quarters. Just a reminder again, I will be live tomorrow for Cavs and Kings. Cavs can clinch the first seed in the East outright with a win. They don't need any teams to lose. All they got to do is win the game. It's that simple. At least it should be.
Getting together. Why stay in hotel rooms and not be together?
It's a dog way out in the distance barking. Thing's been barking for like 10 minutes now, constantly. Yeah. Guardians are losing 7-3 because the Angels are having a home run derby tonight. Yeah. The Angels are having a home run derby. All of their runs have been scored via homer. This pitching staff kind of stinks. The lineup isn't bad for the most part. Yeah. The pitching stinks, though. My God, the pitching is ass. Like, we need to legit score like 8 runs a game damn near to win. This team is just going to be unable to win games like 1-0, 2-1, 3-1, 3-2. Nope, they're going to need to score like a ton of runs. So again, there's the summary. 12 points off the turnovers for Duke. Only 2 for Houston. But Houston has 9 turnovers. Duke has 4. So, yeah. Most Final Four appearances without a national title. Houston, 6. Illinois, 5. Oklahoma, 5. This is the 7th appearance this tournament. for Houston. There's Hakeem Olajuwon in the house. Hmm. Up top, here's James. Flag. Spins. Turnaround jumper. No. Taken in by Cryer. Here comes Cryer down the floor. Wow. Here's Cryer. Nice pass inside. Goes up and good for two. Yeah, I'm done looking at this dumbass freaking Guardians team. I'll see. I'll be watching them tomorrow. It is what it is. The pitching stinks. They gave Bybee an extension and he stinks as usual. Bull kicks it out. Good passing. James baseline out of bounds. Houston ball. Jay Cryer with the steal. They have a chance to maybe get it to at least a 4-point game. All right, here comes Uzan against James. 4 fouls for Uzan. Here's Cryer. Got the big man guarding him. They are hounding him. Roberts punches the layup and a foul. Tugler is hacked. Wow. That's on Melowatch. His third. How do you botch that easy ass layup? Even dunk the damn thing. Come on now. Jeez. San. Inbounding. Goes out. Drive. Goes up. Misses. Tipping is good. 4-point lead for Duke. 4:59 to go. The Cougar crowd is going crazy in San Antonio. Here's a drive. Proctor kicks it out. Flag. Drive. Push up. No. And a foul. That's on Brown, I believe. Tugler ended up on his backside. It's on, yeah, Malik Brown. Wow. They can cut it to one possession here. Uzan dancing around. Drives. Stops. Kicks it out to Cryer. Cryer against Proctor. Forces a switch onto the big man. Or one of their big men. Up is no good. 4:05 to go. James gives it off to Flag. Remember when I did the UCF Duke game, how close that was? Remember that? Proctor drives and out of bounds. Well, they called a foul on Juwan Roberts. Got a TV timeout. 10-3. Oh my God. Our pitching staff stinks. Besides a few players, really. Even Class A stinks. Man, I thought this team could be good. Should have known better, though. Right? Should have known better. I was worried about our pitching staff. Sure enough. Mainly the 3 through 5 part of the rotation. Because I knew Bybee and Gavin would probably be good for the most part. They would have stinkers. I mean, every pitcher has a stinker. But I knew they'd be all right. But it's the 3 through 5 that had me worried. Yeah, I'm not worrying about the damn Guardians at this point. Because clearly their ownership doesn't care, so why should I? Really, at this point. It's only freaking April. Not even May yet.
The connection means something. That's why with AT&T, there's a network in Auburn who fix it fast, brave, with their service. That's the AT&T guarantee.
Music superstar Jelly Roll is making his act debut on 5 Beach.
I've been singing about redemption while stepping in the fire.
Okay. So Paramshot getting pooped on, can't score. Tease the fans, get on base. That's guard's ball. Tease the fans and get on base, and then do not score at all. That's guard's ball. Houston is so bad now. It's all because of his lack of control. He has velocity, but he can't control it. And I mean, I think his days as a Guardian are numbered at this point. Yeah, his days as a Guardian are numbered, unfortunately. So there's a look outside. You see the little concert festival thing going on across the street from Alamo Dome. Doesn't look like anybody's really at that little festival. Probably because they're all in the arena. They're either in the arena or they're home. As of course it's almost midnight out here. Very close game though. So let's see if Duke can nail these 2 free throws and get back to building their lead up. Because Houston's making things tough here to finish out this game. 3:44 to go in the half. Or in the in the game. 2 halves. Ugh. 3:44 to go in the game. Well, second half, aka the game. It just flies out, man. I mean, I'm so used to doing calves. This is what happens. 2 shots. First one is good for Proctor. Flag and Knoepel are owning this game for the most part. I know they would have their hands full with Florida. Free throw number 2 is good. 6-point lead for Duke. And Houston, keep clawing back into this game. Uzan. Roberts. Backing down. Shot is in and out. Out of bounds. Duke ball. Wow. They're not getting any breaks at all. Yeah, right there. Ugler touched it the last second before he tried to bat it away. Right as Flag was getting the ball. Brown. James. Here's Proctor. Getting hounded. Flag! It's good. He's got 25. Here's Cryer. Does he have a response in him? Gives it off, gets it back, almost lost it. Fryer. Step back. Almost travel. Uzan. Airball. Oh, I almost airballed it. Rebounded. Back out. 3. No. Rebounded again. Crier. Drive. Oh, blocked out of the stratosphere by Flag. Yeah. Swatted by Flag. He's like, no, not happening around here, fool. Underneath, here's the inbound for Uzan. Gotta get it in. All right. Arp drives up, goes up and in for 2. Cuts the lead to 7 with 2 minutes to go. $150 left. Here's Brown. Duke trying to put the dagger in Houston. Knocked her. Lost it. Back to Houston. Here comes Houston, down by 7. About a minute and a half to go. Oh, and then there's a foul. One way to do it. Huge free throws here. Free throw. Good. One more for Sharp. He's got 10. Free. Okay, here comes their substitution for Duke. Malowatch returns for Brown. One more coming up. Free throw is good. Come out. Houston. Duke up by 5. Wish I could bet on college ball. I'm so ready for ownership to sell the team. It's been ready ever since the freaking announcement was made that Blitzer is a minority owner. And when I kid you not, when I saw that little piece from the article that said there's a pathway to majority ownership, I was like, can we just like fast forward those 5 years? By the way, let me look that up. 'Cause I'm actually curious now. I'm actually very curious. Yeah. An option to acquire controlling interest in 2028. So only like 3 more years, really. And now another timeout after a 5-second call. Damn near was oh yeah, from Duke. So yeah, I wanted to avoid that 5-second call because that's all you'd need. Still over a minute to go. So I believe that would mean the off season of 2028. So you'd have 24, 25, This is 25-26. So 25-26 is this year. 26-27 next year. 27-28. That's 3 years left of Dolan's, I think. So probably the off season of 2028 going into 2029 will be when Blitzer can officially take over as owner. See, I think they even saw something that said the Dolans could give it to him earlier if they wanted to. Honestly, if I'm Paul, I'm looking to sell a little earlier because Larry passed away this offseason. And yeah, I'd be like, you know, take it, David. You want to be owner? Go ahead. Sad though, because Larry passes away, and look what happens to the team. They're ass. Flowers on Sharp. 1-1 coming for flag at the line. Just over a minute to go here. Free throw is good.
Still, coach? Coach it inside. Big Illy is bad plus. He was looking at you.
Is the number 2 still? Up by 7. Here's a drive. Goes up. And he missed, but he's fouled. And I believe he'll go to the line for 2. Sheesh.
He's wild there. That's full. She wants to get sharp. Just puts his head down. So strong. Attack. He's got one over. Full flag. Is seeking contact. Like, like the bear. Yes. Trying to block the shot. Foul. They fell flag. Was clean. That was all wash.
Uh,
6-4 game.
First one is good. One more for Sharp. Trying to keep it close and make a run here. Second one is good. They got to get a stop, though. A clean stop. Which was the where Duke has been. We reached over. Ah, that's tough. Why is dude trying to reach over? That's a technical foul. Can't do that. He's like, oh my God.
That the conversation with JoJo Tugman. He just went on and on about the season he's had, the improvement that he's made.
He just boom. Damn. They just can't seem to get out of their own way now. Down by 5. Still over a minute to go.
Remove flag number 11, touch the ball on the out of bounds. It's a class A technical foul. Any player on the white team can shoot the ball. One shot, and the white team is out of bounds. We can throw just run the baseline.
So, neck foul on Tugler. He touched the ball when It was out of bounds. Can't do that. So here's a tech shot. And now they get ball. And we have another. Oh, I thought there was a timeout. No. So let's see if see what happens here. Final minute of the game. Nipple. There's James. 107 to go. This game's gone by quick, though. My goodness. Feels like it has, anyway. James. Shot clock at 10. Knipple. This has been blocked. Taken away by the Cougars. Here they come with 43 seconds to go. And he falls down. But he got it to a teammate. Here's Uzan. 3. Good. 3-point game. And to think, if only that bozo hadn't touched the ball going out of bounds. Wow. Love it. They're not done yet. 32 seconds to go. You don't even need to foul. All you've got to do is play good defense, which is tough. Because the problem is, them refs, man, they love them some Duke Blue Devils. They will be watching you with them eagle eyes. Any little touch, tap, you breathe on a guy, oh, it's a foul. Now, the good thing is the refs have been calling it both ways. I would have a major problem if they weren't. Miami is trading Tyreek to the rate. Stop it. That's fake. They should their asset ownership. He was a part owner. Yeah. Yeah, if Tyreek Hill was getting traded, I would have seen it everywhere. Imagine the Tyreek Hill trade actually did happen at like freaking 11, midnight. That would set the freaking NFL Twitter world on ablaze. Especially to the damn Ravens. Like, why would you come in here and just blurt out that random ass fake rumor? Who the hell didn't Larry give the team to his brother? Why? I mean, they're both owners, technically. I think Paul was more of an owner than Larry. Here's the inbound. Got to get it in. Bounds back to Duke though. So here it is, 31.4 to go. He wants the officials to review it. So he calls timeout, I believe, here. Like it was more than 5 seconds. Like I said, that would happen for Duke. They take 5 seconds. Yep. Sir owns the Sixers. Yes, he will spend money for sure. Well, the thing is, he's not a majority owner. That's Harris. Josh Harris is an owner. Bledsoe's a part of the group. He also owns the Devils too, and they are big spenders, low key. Look at who they've gotten in free agency the last couple of years in the NHL. And those are leagues with modest to strict salary cap regulations. Imagine what Blitzer could do in a league with no salary cap. He'd at least extend good players and sign some decent players. Not saying we need to sound like Juan Soto's of the world. Just get me some decent players who can at least play good ball. And not these bottom of the barrel bums that we signed to minor league deals. It's like, ugh. So they checked to see, and he got it off in sufficient time. They just wanted to make sure. You should understand, though, Coach Sampson, it felt like it was 5 seconds, but no. So there's a look at the, foul percentages. Proctor, the worst free throw shooter on the floor. Even he's still pretty good, but you'd probably just want to force a turnover on the inbound. Legally, of course. 31.8 to go. Here's the inbound from James. Take it away, Houston. No. Back dunk. Houston down 1. Very irresponsible inbounding by Duke. Now you can feel comfortable fouling. And they will. Oh, boy. Very irresponsible inbound by Duke. They went for the 3, missed, put back dunk, gets them down 1. And again, why did that bum have to touch the ball out of bounds? This game would have been tied. So Proctor shooting 2. I think it's a 1-1, right? It's a 1-1. This is going to go just like the UCF game a few years ago I did with Taco Fall. Here's the free throw from Proctor. Flag went over. 1-1 for Houston. No freaking way, man. 1-1 for Houston. I think he went over the top here. Watch. Yeah. He kind of made contact. He went over the top. What? What? Bro, 1-1 coming for Houston. Quick, activate carnival rims. Jawan Roberts, 1 for 2 tonight from the line. He's 62% from the line this season. It's a 1-1. That is, 9 fouls. So 1 more foul by Duke, and it's an automatic 2. Free throw. Good. 1 more coming up for the lead. Oh, Duke. Ooh. Come on, Houston. Houston. All this for freaking Cooper Flag to hit a dagger 3 at the buzzer. Swear to God. Free throw number 2. It's good. Houston takes the lead. Timeout, Duke. No timeout. Timeout? Yep, there it is. Because you can't advance the ball. So they had to push it up a little bit and then call timeout. Oh, boy. Oh, my God. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Duke's on the ropes. Duke was winning this game all night. This reminds me of that Duke UCF game I did a few years ago. UCF damn near beat them with Taco Fall. All of a sudden, the Houston faithful are getting crazy. Crazy! Up one, 17 seconds to go. Yeah, Cooper Flag moment coming up here. I already know what's going to happen. Cooper Flag is going to hit a dagger somewhere, and they're going to win this game. If you're Duke, you drive into the rim. They can't stop you. This quarter is busted up right now for me. Does not walk it. Now it's sent. All right. All right, here we go. 17.2 to go. Flag, Knipple, James, Proctor, Mellowalk for Duke. Cryer, Sharp, Roberts, Tunkler, and Wilson for Houston. Timeouts left for Duke. Winner goes to the Natty to face Florida. Here's the inbound to Knipple. 14. Here's Flag. Flag drives. 10 on the clock. Pull up for 2. Short. Taken by Houston. They control the rebound. And Duke has to foul, and they do. All you gotta do is make free throws. Biggest free throws of the season right here for Houston. Fouls on Flag. This was his moment right here. Turnaround jumper. Boink. Front rim. Not even close. Good defense, though. Unclean defense. Your freaking free throws. Swear to God. Take it from me. I've seen my teams lose games because they can't make freaking free throws. Looking at you, freaking Cavaliers, huh? Darius. Cowbutt. So they're going to look. Hey, how can we... Oh, actually, he made the basket here. No, there was a foul on Houston. Oh, Probably looking for timing. That was just a bad shot by Flag. Wow. There's a foul right there. Okay. 2.7 to go, I believe. Will be the exact time. That was on Proctor. LJ Cryer shooting 2, I think. Or at least a 1-and-1. I believe it is just a 1-and-1. Oh, wait. Houston's in the bonus plus. Yeah. It's a 2. 3.7. They give him a full second plus. Of course they did. Free throws of the night. Probably of his freaking life for LJ Cryer. New free throws for Cryer. This one. More. One more. Cryer, 25 points, 5 rebounds. Second free throw is up. Good. Best Duke can do is tie it. Here's the inbound. Running the sideline. Throws it up. And it's deflected. And throws it up. And it's nowhere close. And the Houston Cougars take down Duke to go to the national championship to face Florida. Houston was losing this game 95%. Oh, not even that. 98% of the night. Couldn't get close. But they never stopped. They kept going. Third national championship game in school history. Wow. This is insane, man. Not even close. Wow. The Cameron Crazies go home sad. That's tough. Everyone was like, oh, yeah, Duke's going to win the national title. Duke's going to win the national title. It's theirs to lose. Well, no one told Houston that. A generational choke by Duke. That's tough. So, yeah, it'll be Houston and Florida in the national championship. Wow. Kelvin Sampson goes to the national championship for the first time as Houston coach. Cooper Flagg's season ends in gut-wrenching fashion. They're winning this game the entire time, the whole night, until the very end. Oh, I knew it's like, man, they have a chance here. They kept it close at the end. And all it took was a very irresponsible inbound by Duke. And look what happened. They kept going. So it will be Houston versus Florida in the national championship. That'll be fun. LJ Cryer versus was it Clayton? Yeah. Man. Houston's got a squad though, man. So Florida might actually win the Natty. The year that Billy Donovan goes to the Hall of Fame. So let's go through the box score here, and then I'm heading out. So for Houston, in the win, 26 for LJ Cryer, 5 rebounds, 1 assist. Sharp had 16 and 3. Roberts, 11 and 12. A double-double for Roberts. Uzan, 7 and 3. And then Tugler, 4 points, 8 rebounds. Off the bench, Francis with 4. Wilson had 2 points, and Arsenault didn't score. For the Blue Devils in the loss, Cooper Flagg, 27 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. Knipple, 16, 7 and 2. James, 7 and 5. Proctor, 7 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists. And Melowach, 6 points and 1 assist. Off the bench, only Brown scored. He had 4 points with 3 rebounds and 3 assists. Wow. So that's how it ends. Houston going to the Natty. How about that? Yep. So congrats to the Houston Cougars. Congrats to their fans. And it was 59-45 with 8:10 to go. Duke wound up losing. That's insane. Man, they sold the entire crib tonight. So we'll see what Cooper Flagg does. I assume, and everyone assumes, he will go pro. Duke fans crying. You know who's enjoying that the most, though? North Carolina fans. Yeah. So, that being said, I will see you all tomorrow night for Cavs and Kings, where hopefully the Cavs can lock in that #1 seed in the East, and we'll see what happens after that. But of course, I'll be back for the national championship on Monday, Houston and Florida. Love to see it. So with that being said, guys, I'm Crazy Dog. Have a good rest of your night, or have a good rest of your day if you're living elsewhere, overseas. And see you guys tomorrow for Cavs and Kings. I'm Crazy Dog, and I'm out. Bye-bye. Yeah. Okay, let me just do a little something here. Let me move this. New window. To the window, to the wall, to the wall.